What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of This Dope Cooking Show, which is with me, Chef Jeff. If you are here, then you heard from somebody out here in these streets that Chef Jeff, who is me, has a cooking show, and it's called This Dope Cooking Show. Welcome. What's up? How y'all doing? So look, there's something about the salmon Philly. Thank you for everybody that watched the episode or tuned in. We took the salmon Philly and put it on the holy box, and it was bananas. I'm talking about crazy time. So Saturday we took the food truck out. We took the holy box out and put it in a different location, and it was an interesting day to say the least. We were out from like 11 to 6. I put it on Instagram, Facebook, and people started messaging me orders at like 9:30. I put a post out at like 8:30. I was like, look, I'll start taking orders at 10:30. And people started sending me orders, calling me at 9:30 as if I was already set up. So, yeah, it was an interesting day to say the least. I pulled up. So let me tell you. So I pull up, I start setting up. There's already a guy there that's always there. He sells crawfish and crab legs. I don't know if it's a boiled with sausage, and I don't know what's all with it. I didn't go over there. I went over there to introduce myself, but I didn't go over to eat because I'm allergic. Chef Jeff is allergic to shellfish. So I can do shrimp, fried shrimp. I can handle the shrimp, but when you get into lobster, crab, what's the other things? The mud bugs, y'all call them, crawfish. I don't fool around. I don't want to fool with it. So one day I'll tell y'all an interesting story about that and me and a person I was dating at the time. Anyway, so I went to introduce myself. His name was Vern. He sells bullies, and he does this crawfish thing. So he had his tent set up, he had his pot out, and he was getting water and all this. I was like, hey, look, I'm the chef here at this church, but I also have a food truck, so I'm gonna pull up today and I'm gonna see how we do. And he's like, oh yeah, man, we have a good time down here, good to see somebody else down here doing something different. What you got on your truck? So I was like, I got shrimp and grits. I got catfish. I got a catfish plate, catfish sandwich, salmon Philly, and shrimp and grits. Or you can get catfish and grits. And he was like, oh, I gotta have that salmon Philly. Before you leave, give me a salmon Philly. I don't care what it costs, just give me one. I want one. So, okay, cool. So, I started, I popped the generator off, you know what I mean? I turned my gas on, I get my fryers going, get my grease hot, right? And so I get the day rolling, right? Of course, I already had a couple of orders because people called me at 9:30, 8:30 in the morning, placing their orders. But, so I got it rolling. I had a lot of people that were not affiliated with me, that don't know me, that just pull up and just ask what I got. They were intrigued. They had, they had questions. It was a good time. The day is rolling. So another food truck pulls up, which I know this food truck from previous events at my church, but they don't know me. They know my truck. Well, they knew the previous truck, right? They knew the bus. And they knew this truck. They knew this truck from the last event we did. I be so busy on the Holy Box because it's just me. I'm Chef Jeff, one-man show, one-man operation. Sometimes I have help, sometimes I don't. But I needed to see how I would work, how I would fare on my own in the unknown, right? It's part of having a food truck is you don't know stuff. You don't know what the neighborhood is like, how people gonna act. You don't know if people gonna want your food. They don't know if your food's too expensive. The food truck world is a whole nother world outside of brick and mortar restaurants. And it's fun if you can keep up. It's fast paced. So, I never met these people. I've only know what they have, right? I only know what they have on their truck. And every time I get a chance to get away from my truck to go support them, they're gone or they've sold out. So, and I've never seen the people actually. So I'm on my truck working, they on their truck working, and I come out my truck, everybody gone. I'm still serving food, or I'm still waiting, or like I'm waiting on my grease to cool down. That's another thing. I be stuck, like, waiting on my grease to cool down because I don't have a container to put my grease in and drop off. I got one. Finally got one. But I need two. Yeah, I got to dump that grease. I got to wait till the grease get cool enough to handle so I can put it in a safe container so I can drive away. New to driving the trailer, new to moving, it's all new. It's all a nuance with having a food trailer versus a food truck. So they pulled up and, they circling me and they driving through the parking lot. And I'm trying to talk to some people that pulled up on me, tell them what's going on. Doc pulled up, some other friends pulled up. So we all having a good time. And they looking at me all crazy, like I did something wrong. So, I kept on doing what I was doing because I wasn't bothering nobody. I wasn't hurt nobody. I was in the proper place where I was supposed to be with the permission that I had to do what I needed to do. So, they found them a spot, they popped their stuff open and they started doing their thing, right? So I can read lips very well. You might need to do this around me if you want me to know, because I can read lips very well. It's part of being the oldest, trying to figure out who was in trouble. If I was getting a whooping or my brother was getting a whooping, who said what, thing. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm reading their lips and I'm like, oh, they don't like the fact, that I'm over here. Okay, cool. It ain't my fault. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I made a phone call and I was like, hey, the Holy Box just stirred up a little trouble down here on this parking lot. And they was like, this is my life, I promise you. They was like, nah, what you mean? They ain't supposed to be down there no way. I'll come and shut all that down. You stay where you at. They need to be, they might have to move. I come down there, they're gonna have to move. I'm like, bet, so they ain't gonna boost my confidence, right? So I'm on 10. I'm like, all right, I call, make a phone call, shut all this down. But I'm really not on that. I don't want to, I'm a nice person, right? And I don't like to offend people on purpose. And I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable. And I don't like starting no problems. Now, I will finish it. Please believe I'll finish it. But I'm not going to start no trouble, right? So after that phone call, I got off the phone and I went over and introduced myself. And I'm like, hey, I'm Chef Jeff. This is my truck, Holy Box, blah, blah, blah. And the woman kind of she wasn't feeling me at first. But then the man was like, oh, I know your truck. We be over here at your church. And I was like, yeah, I go there. Like, I love, this is my church. This is my spot. And he was like, yeah, I be seeing your truck. I just never seen you. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. I'm, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay. Yeah, I heard about your food. I'm going to have to come try you out. Cool. What you got? Oh, we got these grapes, blah, 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 these desserts. And it's called Old Bite something. Anyway. Dope, like the stuff was good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't even cause no problem. Maybe I was in a spot where they normally be at, but hey, it's enough space for all us to be down here and get, and do our thing. So once that was smoothed over, everybody, we all kumbaya. Had, everybody talking about how it would be down there and how the sometimes the crowds be heavy, sometimes they don't, but it's always a good time down there. And naming off another guy that come down and sell steaks, and somebody else come down and sell barbecue. And I'm thinking, all right, we gonna do this. Cool. So, and that was later on in the day. So I was there from 11 to 6. And I spent all day on the truck, literally all day on the truck. Learn some things about myself, learn some things about my truck, learn some things about my body, learn some things about what I need to do to be successful the next time I take this truck out and sit in one spot from 11 to 6. Gotta bring myself something to do. And that's fine. It's all a learning process. And I don't mind at this age learning how to be better, how to, maybe take what I'm learning and give it to somebody else. I don't gatekeep. I always try to help people and give them if they ask me, I'm gonna tell you. If you don't want the truth from me, don't ask me. If you want the truth and you can take it, ask. Now, I'm gonna give it to you straight, no chaser. Just my mama like that, my daddy like that. I don't know how to change it, and it's programmed into my DNA. My people's is straightforward. They're gonna shoot you straight every time. My family gonna shoot you straight. So that's how I am. If you don't want the truth from me, do not ask Chef Jeff, right? So, learn some things about myself. Learn some harsh truths about myself. Because I was like, at 3 o'clock, I was like, I'm ready to go, man. I'm going to go home and sit down. It was a nice day. The weather wasn't too bad. Now, my trailer, my trailer is AC and heat equipped. So, I'm not really even worried about the elements at any point. But I was like, shoot, I'm ready to go. Like, we did it. But, the longevity of the day created a zest or a zeal to do it again. So I really enjoyed myself, and I think I got some alone time with Jeff that I hadn't had in a minute, and it worked out for me. So it was all good. Like, I had a good time, and I'm gonna be back in the same spot again next week, 11 to 6. Good Lord say the same. Weather good, creek don't rise. Lord don't call me home. We gonna be out there, right? So yeah, like that's what I'm doing. So recovery time is a beast. Like, I was on the truck 11 to 6, and like 6 o'clock, I was like ready to come home, and I was a little bit irritable. So I think like all of Sunday, I spent like just not doing nothing. It takes a lot out of you, especially being a one-man show. It's cool. I'm built for it. God made me for it, and I'm going to accept it. If somebody comes along that I can depend on, that can, you know, help me and be a person that can compliment me versus be a contrast to me, then I will be, you know, more than willing and welcoming to them to come and help me on the Holy Box. But right now, we're going to rock out until we just can't no more, right? And that's just that on that. So today, on this episode of This Dope Cooking Show, we're going to do a little down-home cooking. I want to do some smothered chicken, right? So I used to work at Arlington Memorial Hospital as the executive chef. And let me tell you, the hospital world is way different than anywhere you've ever worked. This is the place where they will talk back to you, tell you how they feel, and not give a rat's. I'm talking about they don't give a bad word about how you feel about what you're telling them. I've had people cuss me out. I've had people tell me I ain't know what I was doing. I had people laugh in my face. I had people go behind my back. I had people create lies on me. It was the worst, best time I've ever had at any job. Like, at the time, I was going through some stuff, dealing with some things, and the job made it worse. Like, it just exacerbated all negativity in my life. I walked in many mornings where the dish people got pulled off dishes to go do the tray line. Tray line is where they feed the patients. So everything goes down on the assembly line. They put the plates together to feed the patients on the floors. Tray line is the most important. Dinner time, right? Lunchtime. Tray line is the most important. So you can get pulled from whatever position you're working to go and fill in on the tray line. They will put a dishwasher out of the dishwasher out of the dishes to fill the tray line. And I've walked in many mornings and the dishes were stacked to the ceiling. I mean, there wasn't a dish. And I got proof, I got receipts. There was not a dish on the shelf at all that was clean. It seemed like every pan in the place was dirty. But I've worked with some great people. I had some near-death experience. I had near-death experiences. I've had experiences where I had one lady that didn't like me so much that she said I was having an affair with another lady that I didn't even know for real. Me and her became like tight. I'm talking about super tight to where like I can call her and she'll come help me now. We became so tight that like I stuck my neck out for her job 2 or 3 times because I just knew the confidence I had in myself. I could see that same confidence she had, and she would not be outdone. Plus her food is fire. Outside of me, if I was gonna cater something or have something catered, I would call her. Like, hands down, no bones about it. Her name is Chris B, and one day I'm gonna get her on the show. She works like I'm talking about mad. The girl can hold down 2, 3 jobs with no problem. And when I say just keep swimming, it don't matter what's going on in her life, what's happening with her, she gonna keep it moving. She gonna keep it G. She gonna keep it 100 with you, and she gonna push on. I've called her for advice on stuff. She saw me come up. She watched me from day one, ground zero, when I stepped foot in that place to where I am now. And like we sometimes sit back and we, reminisce on stuff that we dealt with, things that was going around, lies we found out. Like we was in the HR office like, are you for real? You're serious? What? Huh? Say what? We was in HR like, first of all, we was so outdone. And then we were so pissed that these accusations could be strung up and made to be real that they had to investigate it to a point. Crazy. So that's how G she is. She ain't even trip off of it. And I'm thinking like, how am I gonna tell my wife all of this, what's going on? Like, this is madness. I ain't never done nothing to nobody. So she invited me and my wife to a couples party so that it could all be like put out on the table And that, like, her husband can see me, my wife can see her, and see, like, it ain't nothing. Like, if we went, and that was the best time I had at the couples party in a very long time. But we ain't know none of them people. They ain't know us. But they had like question and answers and just different questions. And so dude was like, her husband was like, bro, cool. Like he cool. I'm like, oh yeah, he cool. Like, so we became cool. And we got a relationship because of her. And my wife and her got a relationship because of this whole situation. Like, we put it out on the table, and then we laughed about it because it was like, knock it off. So it was one of those things, like, you learn lessons, you meet people that don't mean you no harm, you meet people that mean you harm, and sometimes they both work in the same place. And that place, for me, was Arlington Memorial Hospital. But I am just gone from there. I still love some of the people that are there. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. If y'all ever watch this, y'all know who y'all are. We still locked in. We still cool to this day. But one of the recipes I created there was a smothered chicken for the patients. And I don't know if they still do it, but they had stuff on their menu that they had never changed for like years, like prior to before I even got there. So it might still be on the menu. So if you ever are overnight at Arlington Memorial Hospital and you get the smothered chicken, I created that. Don't let me tell you nothing no different. So today we're gonna recreate that, right? But we're gonna put the Chef Jeff spin on it, and it's not gonna be for a renal patient. It's not gonna be for a low sodium. It's gonna be for some. Hey, we're gonna have this at dinner, right? So that's what we're gonna do, guys. So look, stay tuned, tap in. Hey, if you have not called your friends and told them to go like, comment, subscribe on this dope cooking show. If you have not gone on the Roku channel, if you have a Roku TV and you have not downloaded the BS3 network, you need to do that right now, because when I come back, we're gonna get to work. But I need y'all to download that app because BS3 network is on its way to the top, and I'm on the BS3 network. In fact, hey, listen, I'm on the BS3 network. Matter of fact, I done been on another show. I'm gonna be on another show coming up. We're gonna review a movie. Hey, it's going down. So look, tap in, tune in, tell a friend. This dope cooking show, Chef Jeff, BS3 network. We on our way to the top. All right, and we're gonna do this. Okay, call your friends. I'm finna get set up. All right, peace. Okay, guys, we back and getting set up for this menu of this week. We doing smothered chicken, some rosemary, garlic, mashed potatoes, and some asparagus, some pan-seared asparagus. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because we're gonna dredge our chicken in a seasoned flour. So here's what we're gonna use. We're gonna use our all-purpose flour, and this is simple, guys. You ain't really even got to do a whole lot. So we got all-purpose flour, of course. We're gonna get some of that in there. I don't know how much you're doing. I'm not doing a lot. Well, I don't know. We'll do a few pieces of chicken. So we got our all-purpose flour. We're gonna use that. And then we're gonna use our Montreal chicken seasoning. I told y'all about that one before. This is a hot commodity in the store because it's gluten-free, one, but it's good. I used to use that on the steaks when I worked in a steakhouse. We use Montreal steak seasoning. This one is Montreal chicken seasoning. Let me tell you, it's gonna be fire. So we're gonna put that in our flour. Also, we have mashed potatoes, and yeah, I started them before y'all got here because I gotta do them from scratch. I can't let y'all be seeing me do no instant mashed potatoes. We're gonna do them from scratch. And of course, we're gonna throw this in there. Hamburger deluxe is everything we need right there. Garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. And we just need a little bit of that. Okay? So we got our mix ready, our seasoned flour ready to go already. So there's that. So we'll keep on pushing. Next we'll come back and we'll get our chicken ready to go. We got our mashed potatoes should be about done. So we can do them too. We're gonna do them a little different. And I'm gonna show you the garlic butter that we're gonna use, because we're gonna use that same Land O'Lakes garlic and herb butter, but we're gonna put it on our stove and put some rosemary in it. and let those two play well together, right? So let's keep on moving, guys. Okay, so next we're gonna do our rosemary garlic butter. And I don't reinvent the wheel, so of course we're gonna go back to what we was using before. The garlic and herb Lando Lakes butter spread. We're gonna do a little bit of rosemary, we're gonna chop some of that up. And that's gonna be that on that. We're gonna put those two together. And we're gonna also, so on my smothered chicken, I top it with peppers and onions. It just makes the dish look good. Of course it adds loads of flavor, right? And it just looks good all together. So I'm gonna keep it simple this time. Now I'm just gonna do a blue. Yeah, dog. See, I'm so tired from working on a food truck, I can't get my colors right. I'm gonna do a green bell pepper and white onion. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna have that to go in. That'll go in once we cook our chicken off. We'll put that in, and then we'll start to make our gravy on the top of it, right? So let's just start with our Lando Lakes butter spread. And put a little bit of that in the pan. And our rosemary. We're not gonna chop it up. We're gonna do a little bit of it in the. We're gonna do a few sprigs off of it. So here's what I do. Here's what I do. Show you. Quick little trick I learned when I worked in the Italian restaurant. I'll tell you which one. But I learned this. So look, you got your rosemary and you just want to pull. See how you pull that off of there? Pull from the bottom. So I guess pulling away from the stem. And you pull those leaves off. Boom, there you go. And that's that on that. So we ain't gonna use too much. I don't want to be too rosemary-y, if that's a word. And then we're gonna put some of this garlic butter in there. It's already melted because I had it sitting out. Yes, indeed. So I use about a half a container, depending on what you're doing. I'm doing some mashed potatoes. I know my college baby is home for her spring break, so I know she's gonna tear this up. And that's cool. So I'm gonna do I did about half of the container and then one sprig of rosemary because I think I'm sure I got enough mashed potatoes for the day. So we'll put that on. We'll get that going. Put that on low because we don't need that in a hurry. While I got it, I got my asparagus. So this is what we'll do with the asparagus. Let's see. So for me, I just want to do a quick sear on the asparagus. We're gonna go heat that. We'll heat that up towards the end because it ain't gonna take long. So with the asparagus, I don't want them long. So we'll cut them ends off. And for whatever reason, I never realized, we'll never learn why we didn't use these ends. But anyway, it's cool. We don't have to worry about it today. So this is what we'll do with that. Toss them in a bowl. Gonna hit them with a little oil. Just a little bit of oil to coat it. Vegetable oil. That's just it. Vegetable, good and gather. For you Target folks, good. Oh man. Then we're gonna hit it with some lemon pepper. Garlic powder, onion powder, lemon pepper. That's what we're gonna use. I think. No. See? If you switching it up. Here's what we're gonna use on the asparagus. Trust me when I say changing your life on the asparagus. Cavender's all-purpose Greek seasoning. That's what I'm gonna use. That's what we're gonna put on the asparagus. It's just enough to coat it. And we're gonna toss them up. We're gonna set that to the side. And we're done with that too. And then we'll come back and we're gonna clean all this up. Come back. I'll move this out the way. Yep. And hold on. Don't you go nowhere. We'll be. So yeah, man. Recovering on this weekend with the Holy Block. I am pooped. feet hurt, my feet was hurting, my leg was hurting. I said, well, you gotta get good shoes. I do. And the floors on the trailer saw. Just standing up all day. My goofy self forgot to get a chair to sit down in. And I didn't think about sitting down. Plus, it was fairly steady. So, like, there was a few moments where there was nobody, but there were more moments where people were like coming through asking questions and trying to see who I was or what I had, because I left my menu board at home and I didn't want to unhook the truck and I didn't want to call nobody to bring it to me. I just want to move on. It felt better. It flowed off the tongue after a while. Introducing myself and telling them what I had and telling them, how often I was going to be around and all of that. So it was cool. I mean, I enjoyed that part of it. So, I mean, it was cool. I didn't have a problem telling the folks what I was serving. But I think for the future, it'll be better to have something where people can just pull up and look at, and then they can keep going if they don't like. Like I had several people just slow down to a dead stop, look around, didn't see anything, and keep going. So you live and you learn, right? This is a whole learning process. Every time I take the truck out, it's a process of something. It's a learning process. Somebody know something I'm learning, something that I can do different. So yeah, I mean, it was still a good time, but the toll that it takes on the body is nothing to play with. So yeah, I got up Sunday to go make breakfast at church, and shoot, I had to get an electrolyte, an iBot water, a Gatorade electrolyte serum, an IV in a bottle, replenish them fluids. Now, of course, I had tons of water. I had a case of water to myself. I had a case of water for my customers. I also had a big old thing of water that onion sucks. Okay, can you use that? I had a big old case of water that I used for customers, and I had a case of water for myself. Then I have a big old thermos that I use to keep my stuff in because I be getting thirsty. And like I said, it wasn't hot. The weather was fine. It was cool. Like if you're standing in the wind, it was cool. But inside the trailer, it was nothing. It wasn't no problem. So I enjoyed all of that. I was cool with all that. So that's a better looking thing. So yeah, but it just took a toll, and yeah, I just got to rethink some. I might have to take a break, like if I was at work or something. Like if I was at a real job, I might have to take a break and do some stretches or sit down for a minute or something. But like I said, it was steady, so it was never really opportunity to just sit, not do nothing, right? So it was cool. I still enjoy myself. I still have fun, and I can't wait to do it again. And if you heard me say that, then you should just know, like, where we come from to where we are now, you just know. You just had to be there. That's all I can tell you. Yeah. So, peppers and onions. We got that going. We're going to use this onion, these peppers, put them together. You can do it with the onions, without. You can do it with the peppers, without. You can add some more peppers if you want to. Totally up to you. It's your show. It's your thing. It's up to you. For this sake of this show, we're going to keep it simple with that. Promise you it's going to be all right. We're going to get our, let's see, next, let's season our chicken. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to season our chicken up. So, hey, I instead of me having to do it, I just bought it from the store, and there it is. So, we got our chicken. Hopefully they thin enough. Let's see how thin they are. They say they thin slice. Sometimes they take them big old pieces of chicken. See that ain't thin slice. Look at that. They said you said thin slice. That's not thin sliced. But we could fix it. Cause why? It's this Dope Cookie Show, and that's what we do. We go fix it. So always be careful of what you buy. Check it out, look at it, and all that kind of stuff, so that way you know. Like, it's say thin slice, but it's not thin slice. And I'll show you what I mean by being sliced chicken. Because in this particular recipe, the chicken don't have to cook long because you're gonna put it back in the skillet with the gravy anyway and let it finish. So you want to make sure that you got a piece of chicken that you can saute off really quickly and then move on. Right? So this is thin sliced to me. You see that? That's thin sliced. Yeah, that's thin sliced to me. So they was telling the tale. They weren't being 100% upfront about the chicken and the cuts of chicken and how. But it's Walmart market. You know, you kind of take the good with the bad. Like I went to Walmart market today and spent 30 minutes talking to the cashier about just whatever. I mean, I don't really think she had a topic. I think she just wanted to talk to me. I go in the same Walmart market every single day. So she was intrigued to know like that I had a food truck and that I was a real chef and like I wasn't playing one on TV. Like it was, she was really kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. So she went on and on and on about how people ain't no good, et cetera, et cetera. I just listen, I just be listening. Because, you know, I didn't want to walk off and be rude with the lady, but I'm like, hey, I gotta go. I gotta go record my show. So yeah, we got our chicken cut. We're gonna use, let's see what we're gonna season the chicken with now. You already got some seasoning in the flour, right? So we don't want to do too much, but you also want to give the chicken just a little bit of flavor. And so for me, you know, I don't ever keep nothing simple. I be trying. It's hard though, cause I'm me. So we gonna put the chicken in a bowl. We're gonna get some chicken rub. That's what we gonna do. Chicken rub. I think that's a good one. Chicken rub. Cause the chicken rub is not really salty. The one that I use is not really salty, and I'm comfortable with using it in conjunction with what's already in our flour, right? So it's gonna give it flavor all the way through that whole bite. It's gonna have flavor all the way through, and it's not gonna be too salty, and it's gonna mix well with the gravy. Because we're not gonna put no salt in the gravy. We're just gonna use what's in the pan, and we're gonna go from there. Heavy cream. Oh yeah, a little butter. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So here we go. Get a little hub. And yeah, so moving right along. So we'll do our mashed potatoes next, but we're gonna season this chicken and get our oil ready, right? And go from there. We're making good progress with this one, guys. And see, this quick meals, it don't have to take a long time to do this type of stuff. You can just do it real quick. If you got all your stuff there, all your ingredients. So we're gonna use this. And this is the same line of seasoning. I use the same product line. Just a little bit, just to coat it, just a little bit. And there's gonna be that on there. So I normally, this just hit me, so my bad. We're doing it on the next one, but normally I would marinate this probably in Italian dressing or something. Or I should have used the tomato vinaigrette, sun-dried tomato vinaigrette. That would have been bomb, but I forgot. It's my bad. Sorry, guys. I can't think of it all. I'll be trying. It's okay. All right, so set this to the side. We'll get our grease hot, and then we'll come back and we'll do our mashed potatoes too. So hang tight, guys. Hang tight. Okay, folks, we are back. We're back, and we get ready to do these mashed potatoes. Now, I told y'all that we were doing garlic, rosemary, mashed potatoes, right? So, I like to let my garlic, butter, and rosemary kind of steep like a tea, right? Why? Because that flavor gets to kind of get in there and mix together and play well. And so then, once we add it to our mashed potatoes, it'll already be fragrant, right? And it's gonna be bomb. But I also like to add in my mashed potatoes some heavy whipping cream, get them babies creamy. But sometimes you may or may not need it, right? Because your mashed potatoes could be so ready that they don't need anything, just to add that butter and get in there. So, where my kitchen set up, my plugs are nowhere near it. where I'm trying to film this show, and it's okay, it's fine, you know. Older homes, it's okay. So what we're gonna do is, it's already on. So what we're gonna do is step off and mix these mashed potatoes. We're gonna get in here and mix them up, and then we're gonna see what we got. I like to go ahead and mix them up just the way they are in the bowl, and see where we need to go from there. Because depending on what you're going for, you may not need that, right? So all depends on you. You want a chunkier mashed potato, you don't need to add anything to it. You need to kind of just let them be in here until they get all mixed up together. It don't take much, don't take long if you let the mashed potatoes cook on it, right? But for me, I'm just a little different, so it's all good. So, all depends on what you're looking for, how you want to do things. I'm just different, so. This is what we got so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some heavy whipping cream, and we're gonna get to it. That sizzle that you hear, that's how grease getting ready. It's about to go down. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm gonna tell y'all that it's gonna go down, and it's gonna go down. It's gonna be gonna be dope. This dope cookie show. So I'm gonna add probably a 1/4 cup of this heavy whipping cream, just to kind of loosen these mashed potatoes up, and then we'll go in with our butter, rosemary, garlic butter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Y'all just wait, don't worry. I'm gonna show you. Y'all just hold though. Y'all just keep looking. Keep looking to the hill, cause it's gonna come from, yeah, see, so, man, KFC couldn't ever. So, here we go, guys. Mashed potatoes. Now, look, that's it. That's all you need right there. But, we're gonna add our butter in there. For sake of this video, I'm gonna show y'all what mashed potatoes I use, because somebody probably saying his mashed potatoes ain't white. They're yellow, because I use yellow potatoes. That's why. So, I use yellow potatoes. I'm a fan of Yukon Gold potatoes. The white is cool, but I'm not a traditionally white potato person. I like to use. I want my stuff to look different. So people gonna come see me and be like, how did you get them mashed potatoes look like this? Well, my grandmama used to. I'm saying. So here's our rosemary garlic butter, ready to go in. Now, you can, it's up to you. You can strain yours. I'm gonna strain mine, because I don't want those rosemary leaves to be in my mashed potatoes. I just want that flavor. So I'm gonna strain mine. This is gonna be hot first time. I'm gonna strain my butter in the strainer into the mashed potatoes. I'm going straight in. I'm going right in. Once I get out this one. I don't know why that, but anyway. So we're gonna go right in. Right in. I hope y'all can see that. We went right into that. So I strained it out and we're gonna give it another good mix. Then we're gonna taste it. See what it tastes like. So you gotta taste it. Somebody said on the food truck, I know you taste your food. I know you do. It just looks like you take your food before you serve it to anybody. And I do. I take everything before I serve it to anybody. Because I don't want you to eat nothing that I want to eat. Alright, look at these cream mashed potatoes. They creamy. They good. Now you can add whatever you want to with the color. My word. That's good. I'm gonna add a little bit of. So here we go. I'm gonna add, of course, I'm gonna add a little bit of that. Just a little bit. About 3 shakes, 3 or 4 shakes. We're gonna mix it one more time, and that's done. That's a done deal. Yeah, one more time, and that's a done dollar. Yep, right like this. So our grease is ready. Here it's popping, percolating back there. I'm sorry. I'm too busy shoving mashed potatoes in my mouth. That's fire. That's gonna be something. That's gonna be a force to reckon with right there. And rosemary garlic mashed potato. I'm telling you, they're gonna want you to come back and bring mashed potato to the potluck with no gravy, because they don't need no gravy. But we're gonna have some for our stuff, so don't you worry. So when we come back, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna pan fry off our chicken, and then we're gonna finish this dish. We moving right along, guys. This dope cooking show. All right, guys. We back. So we get ready to put our chicken down right now. And so in it, I did enough oil to season the bottom of the pan, right? Because we don't want a lot of oil in there. We want enough to cook our chicken off and get a good little crust on it and go from there. So we just want enough to season it, to coat that chicken on the bottom and flip it, and then we're gonna pull it on out. But we don't want so much oil in the bottom of the pan that we can't finish our peppers and onions and make our gravy out of it. So we want enough oil in the flour in the bottom that get it so we can have a roux. Yeah. So we got 4 pieces? Y'all, are y'all excited like I am to eat this food? I'm excited. This is good. This looking good already. I just know what how it's gonna come out because me, Chef Jeff, been there, done that. I know what it's gonna be. And like I said, this was a hit at the hospital, and that was just doing it with the basics, no extra seasoning, no extra, nothing to it. We just, kind of did it and moved on. As long as it met all of the dietary regulations. We weren't even doing no extra. We were just doing the bare minimum so they can stop messing with us, right? So we'll let them cook. We want to get that good crust on there. See? Good crust on there. And that's that. So we're moving right along with this and let that chicken cook. And you can let it cook all the way if you want to. It's totally up to you. Go thing in your kitchen. I'm gonna let mine cook the majority of the way through. Because I just know. So internal temperature, if you're using some meat thermometer, I always like my chicken to get to about 155, 160. That's well done, as far as I know. But I don't want it to be dry, right? We don't want this dish to be, you don't want the chicken to be dry and rubbery. So you have to adjust to whatever heat settings you want to do. Just for me, my sake, I just can look at it and kind of tell how, what I'm going for. So that's what I'm going for right there. It's crust. See that crust right there? It's looking, yeah, see. Got that crust. That's what we're going for right there. So that's cooking in grease right there. We're doing our thing. We're doing our thing right there. Wow, them mashed potatoes are so good. I can't wait. Man, what? Crazy. Rosemary going to mashed potatoes. I can't wait. I got an event coming up. And I cannot wait to put those mashed potatoes with the protein that I'm gonna do. It's gonna set some folks off. I know it is. Jeff, baby, we ain't doing this thing. Yeah, we doing this thing, man. So we took a full petroleum jelly right there, baby. Why did they say that? Fuel petroleum. Do you put fuel petroleum? I don't know. I don't think. Fuel petroleum, natural gas. Oh no. I didn't say that. You put good petroleum right there. Alright, that's the same thing. Anyway, don't matter. I just ran it. But think about stuff. Like, do you think about some of the stuff the older folks used to say? And why they said it? Like, I just found out not too long ago, recently, that riding in the car with your dome light on is not illegal. It's not against the law. I just found that out in my old age. It's only right here. I just found that out. Ain't that not crazy? That's insane. That is insane. It's not against the law. Like, you can't get built for this. Just learn it. But I'm not right. I mean, nowadays, I ain't doing nothing relative to me at all. I'm low key. I'm out the way. I'm a ghost. See me, you might see me, you may see me. You can see me on this dope cooking show for sure. But anywhere else, You might have seen me. But don't hang your hat on it. That's for sure. I'm out the way. So after you see we got that golden brown look, that's what we're going for. Golden brown, thin chicken pieces. So that's about done. I'm gonna let it go a little longer just for the sake of, I just want to make sure. Ain't nothing wrong with being sure, guys. Ain't nothing wrong with being sure. I like to be sure about what I got going. I don't want nobody to ever get sick off of nothing they ate themselves yet. I don't want nobody to ever feel away about my food other than the fact that it's good. I always like to do this. I always like to poke little holes in my stuff. Some people may say I don't need to do that, but I do. I do it with my fish because I always want my fish to be cooked all the way through. I never want to bite. I'm going to tell y'all the worst thing is to bite into a piece of cooked fish that ain't cooked. Oh, you talking about the letdown in your soul. I'm talking about the worst. The worst feeling is to have some chicken, have some fish that ain't all the way cooked. Or you get some chicken and you open it and you just, You talking about turning around? Oh, I'm going back. You can believe that. Hang your hat on it, put your money on it, bet me. I'm going back. I'm gonna be nice, but I need you to fix my food because I'm hungry. I came here because I'm hungry. And you are playing in my face with this uncooked food. You told me I'm coming back. Every time I'm turning around, I don't care how far away I get. I've gone to McDonald's, and this is the wildest thing. I've gone to McDonald's and come back with cheeseburgers with no meat and cheese on them. I had buns wrapped in the paper. I was so mad. Oh, I had worked like 12 hours. I come home trying to make sure everybody got breakfast, got dinner. I'm going to get dinner on the way in, blah, blah, blah. I get home, open up the paper, and there is no meat on the bun. Oh, I was hot. I'm talking about, I was mad, man. I was mad. But, some of these places don't take the quality. That's why, I want to showcase here on the BS3 network, on this Dub Cooking Show, things you can do at home, so that way, you making some good quality stuff. You making something that everybody's gonna like, and you got the way, the means to do it. I'm showing you simple stuff. This ain't nothing elaborate. This ain't nothing great and grand. We're just doing something simple. And so this is a simple dinner meal right here. Everybody like mashed potatoes. Everybody like, and you can put whatever vegetable you want in it. You can do green beans, you can do collard greens, you can do Brussels sprouts, you can do that. You can do whatever you want to do. But for me, this one I like asparagus. I just found out that I like asparagus too. So I'm gonna do asparagus with it, see how I plate up, and good to go. So we got a nice golden brown crust on this chicken, guys. I got this one little fat piece right here. I think I'm gonna let it cook a little longer, but this is what we're going for. Look at that golden brown. Yeah, this is good. Golden brown piece. Yeah. Get it in right there. And so after we pull our chicken out, we're gonna go right in with our onions and peppers, right? We're gonna let them cook, and then we're gonna go in with some flour, some more flour, just to make a roux out of it, and then we're gonna hit it with we're gonna create our gravy to go on top of this. And you don't have to make a lot. You can make a lot. You can also make it off to the side if you want to. Sometimes I get the gravy in a can. Not can, in the jar. The Heinz gravy is pretty good. I do that from time to time. It's up to you. However you want to do it, how fast you want to do it, how much time you got on your hands. Today I'm going to show you how to do it here in the skillet. And that way, you can go right to that. Once you pull your chicken out, you put all your stuff in, and then boom, you're done. So it's up to you. It's up to you. So yeah, we moving. We moving and grooving. Like I said, that's why you don't want a lot of oil in the bottom of your skillet. You just want enough to coat it, keep it moving around. Because and then we got a little more time. Look at it. Keep moving around. Let me get a piece right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fire. Yeah. Fire. And if you have, you know what? Let's put the asparagus in the air fryer. So then we can see how that come out. So if you got an air fryer, you know which one you got. I got several. I mean, don't judge me, judge about. But for a while, the air fryer is, that was our best thing going. So look, we're gonna put our asparagus in the air fryer, and yeah. So at this point, you can reduce your heat a little bit. I said mine is 246. I put mine on 246 high. I'll put mine on 3. Gonna go in with our peppers and onions. Let them get going. Let them get groovy. Now it is here, so you can add some more seasonings or whatever you want to do. All right. So we're gonna let these peppers and onions kick off. I think it's enough seasoning in the bottom of this pan to give you what you need in this peppers and onions to give you a gravy situation. And I'm gonna do probably like a thicker gravy, I'm thinking. I don't know. Let's make it a light gravy. So we got our peppers and onions working. Once those start to get, caramelized a little bit, we'll go in with probably a half a cup of flour. And then we'll finish it with our heavy whipping cream. That's what I'm using. Flour, heavy whipping cream, bring it back up to it. Oh yeah. Fire desire. Boom. So while this working, we'll get it another stir. With these cast iron skillets, they hold some heat. I learned from my mama about these cast iron skillets. My mama used to fry chicken in cast iron skillets. And I know some people still to this day talk about how my mama fry her chicken. You know what I'm saying? I don't say their names or nothing, but I know. They say, I want to do your mama fry her chicken. Well, you can. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put, while we are waiting on that, we're going to move pretty quickly with this. We're going to throw our asparagus in the air fryer. And so with that, you can use the shrimp setting, or you can use whatever setting you use to get your desired look. But I want mine to be kind of charred, so I'm using the seared setting on this one. And that's just me showing out this fancy machine, because all of them ain't got no seared setting on them. But this one is got a rotisserie, seared, all that. So, excuse me. We're just gonna go with a seared setting, and it don't take that long. All right, so we got our peppers and onions. Look at them. Got a little char on our onions. Cool. So let's get us a cup of flour. Work it in. Like I said, you can add more seasonings if you want. I just choose not to. So we're gonna go in here with the flour. So I've used like a half a cup in there so far. We're gonna keep on stirring everything on up. I really like the fact that it's kind of gonna be like a vegetable gravy almost. Nah, not really, because it's got chicken juice at the bottom. But it's gonna be a nice little gravy right here. It's gonna be nice. So depending on what you're looking for, right? Add more flour or don't. I'm gonna add just a little more. So let's go. Let's just say a cup, guys. Let's say a cup of flour until you mix. Get your roux going. Get your roux. And you dry it up. Get your flour get dried on up. Like I said, it's up to you how you want to do it. For me, this it right here. I think I'm gonna roll with that. Now you could go in with some water, chicken broth, or whatever you want to do, right? It's up to you. I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of, shoot, why not? Let's try some chicken broth. I said, see, you're doing it on the fly, guys. It's because, this dope cooking show. This what makes it dope. We're doing this on the fly. And so I was gonna go with some heavy whipping cream, but let's go with some chicken broth. Yeah, we go with chicken broth. Swanson's chicken broth. Nothing fancy, guys. Nothing fancy about it. All right. Yeah, I think. Let's go here. Just a little bit. There we go. A little gravy. A little gravy. A pepper, a gravy. So you might need to add more than what you got. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Add if you get your gravy how you want it. All right. That chicken broth gonna add some flavor as well. Get a color. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna let that keep simmering because I want it to be a different color. It's a little darker maybe. But yeah, there we go. Got our little gravy mixture, pepper onion gravy mixture, ready to go. We got our chicken done. And so I'm just gonna use this to pour over the top of the chicken when it's done. I mean, when we get ready to plate it all up. So that's why I'm gonna leave mine just like this. You can put your chicken back in the pan if you should choose, but you don't have to. You can if you want to, but you do not have to. So we're gonna let that keep cooking. We're gonna let it get to where we want it to be. We got our mashed potatoes done. We went on our asparagus, and we're gonna plate it up. And that's it, guys. We'll come back. We're gonna shoot some pictures and talk about it on this dope cooking show. Here we go. Okay, guys. So are y'all ready to plate this up? Are y'all ready to plate up this amazing meal that we about to have? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. This dope cooking show. We're about to plate up this food, and we're gonna get it in. It's gonna be crazy because why is this food this good? Why does it look this good? I don't know. I have no clue. But what I do know is it's about to be fire. Oh yeah, you can believe that. So let's start with our asparagus, right? I'm just gonna because I'm fancy. I'm me. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm fancy. I be tripping sometimes. I be doing too much, and that's cool. You know. In my kitchen, I be doing too much. It's all right. These asparagus, though, fire. Them asparagus fire. Boom. We got our asparagus on the plate. Then, we're going to hit the asparagus with some of these mashed potatoes. Just like that, on top of that. Look at that. I like my mashed potatoes thick. Don't judge me, judge your mama. I don't care. This is what I like. I like my mashed potatoes thick like that. Look at that. Okay. So now, we finna go with a piece of this chicken right there. Y'all know what's about to happen? I don't think you know. But that's okay. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna put this gravy on top of it. And my gravy came out creamy, because I went on here and added that heavy cream in it. But then it turned it white and not brown. Who cares? I don't. Because we're finna make it fire. We're finna make it look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do y'all see that? That is a meal. And then, if you want to, you fancy, put some color on it. Don't judge me. I like color all over. Everybody color. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's get up on it. Look at that. This dope cooking show, we did a smothered chicken. I plated it different because I wanted y'all to see. Because I wanted y'all to see how, you know, it gets done. And there we go. Smothered chicken over asparagus and mash. This dope cooking show. Listen, I'm finna eat this, and I'll catch y'all next week, man. We out.